Avatar: The Last Airbender. Within the Weeb Nation, there's a big argument. Do you consider the Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime or adult cartoon?
Say anime.
Get this shit right. Get the light. Okay. Alright, you ready to rock and roll? Yeah. So welcome back to TorTalk. I'm your host, TorTalk. This is the season 3, episode 5, and I know this fucker ain't asleep. You see this fucker? He's sleeping like a little baby. What he time? What Willie time just
What?
Wake your ass up. Unprofessional, sir. Unprofessional. We are recording.
Man, I was asleep, man. You ain't tell me nothing, man.
So, why you so tired?
Huh?
Why you so tired?
Man, I stayed up watching Avatar.
You stayed up watching the Avatar?
Yeah.
You sure it wasn't doing something else? Would you rather watching the Avatar with somebody else?
Oh, I can't say that.
You can't.
I wish I was, but
I'm not trying to say no names. But I took a little lap around your house and I realized there was multiple cars that were supposed to be there. There was one extra car. So what you Netflixing, chilling, watching the Avatar, The Last Airbender that just dropped on Netflix? Like I tell that shit is. Thought I was getting in your personal business, but I'm not. I don't care what you doing in your off time. You got nothing to do with me. That's okay.
Nah, I got you. Okay. Grown. I got you.
Grown.
Yeah.
The sexual diseases out there.
Oh,
please be safe. Please be safe. So, but the Avatar, The Last Airbender dropped. If you watch my previous show, I talked to that shit when SW came back.
Okay.
For an episode.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about the Avatar, The Last Airbender animated series.
Yeah.
So I started off that show with one particular question, right? Avatar: The Last Airbender. Within the Weeb Nation, there's a big argument. Do you consider the Avatar: The Last Airbender an anime or adult cartoon? Because technically, didn't start over there in Japan, like most anime did.
This is true. That's facts. Wasn't it Nickelodeon or something?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was Nick at Night.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't even Nick at Night. It was just
cartoon.
Yeah. It was in the prime time slots.
Yeah, they made it there.
Yeah.
That's a good question, sir.
Yeah.
Think about that one. See, the fact that they got Nickelodeon behind it, I don't know if I want to say an adult cartoon, but adults love it too. Yes. Don't get me wrong.
The generation now is prime because we don't grow up now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like our age frame, we were still teens.
Yeah.
When we were watching it, the young kids were watching it. Now in the time frame, everybody's at least over 20.
Mm-hmm.
So of course we're gonna watch this shit now. You know? So what you think?
So like you said, technically it's not an anime.
I consider it. I say technically because it wasn't made in Japan, but I still consider it an anime because it's so into the anime culture and the style and how they did that last Avatar Airbender. It was in that type of culture, so I still consider it an anime. But that's my personal opinion. That's where I stand by. I want to see what you stand by because you can't be wrong. I won't judge you.
All I want to say is. I want to say it was a good compound blend of both worlds, like the anime world, kids, young adults, graphic designs. You know, it was just a good blend. I think it just came together. They brought two of them.
But what do you consider it? You can't call it a blend. I want to answer. Do you consider it an anime or adult cartoon?
Can I make my own category?
No, you can't make your own category.
I got to choose. You just put me in the bind now.
I'm going to judge this shit out of
Yeah. Let me see. For the hell of it, I'm gonna say anime.
Good answer.
Okay.
Good answer. I like that. Good answer.
Opposite anime, man.
Well, how you feel about Avatar: The Last Airbender? If you consider it for the anime or adult cartoons, it's your preference. We don't care. We just joking around. That's it. We'll start a fight in the anime community.
Nah.
It will start a fight.
Might have some enemies. People might not agree.
What? Nah, I ain't going. You might get some hate mail. You might get some hate mail. I'm just saying. So, before we get into them, spoiler warning. When this drop, it's going to be out for like almost a month. Mm-hmm. But some people just haven't had a chance to get there yet. So, if you haven't watched the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action on Netflix, cut off your TV now and come back after you finish watching it.
Okay, we gonna spoil it for you. Spoiler
warning to Love Flash. Warning. After this point, you're on your own. You want to know. I watched the live action. You watched the live action. If you watched my last TorTalk with SW, he didn't watch the live action. Mm-hmm. So we mainly talking about the cartoon line.
Okay.
Storyline. But now I'm getting to the live action. Everything I dislike, everything I did like, anything else. And I'm a big Avatar facts person. I know a lot of facts about the anime. So if you have any questions or anything you want to say about the anime, feel free. Don't hold back. Let it go. Let it fly.
Gotcha.
Let it fly. Now we're going to start talking about it. The opening scene. What you thought? Let's start from the beginning. The very opening.
Oh, man.
Do you remember it?
I'm tired of now. The very opening. Let me see.
Okay, so the very opening.
Throw it back to me.
I'm going to explain it for you. The very opening, I really gave it a 10 out of 10 because in the cartoon version, right? It didn't start off like that. It started off with him being in the makeshift iceberg he did for himself.
Yeah.
So that's what the anime started off with, right? But the live action started off with the attack on the airbender.
It started off with the Fire Nation attacking them.
Yeah, what you think about that right there? Because it was different, but I liked it. It started off like with a bang.
Yeah.
It started off like this shit gonna go to hell real quick.
Yeah, with that, I liked it. I did like it. Bringing it back to my memory, I did like it. And you are right. Because it's already known that Avatar was going to be lost for 100 years, however it was, right? So they went straight to the action. They hit you with a bang and like, okay, bomb, we getting into this.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good start for them.
I ain't gonna lie, my favorite line in the opening scene is after the Avatar. I don't know if he ran away or he just went for a walk because he was upset.
He was upset. I think he just had to get him. He went to go find a happy place.
Yeah, but in the cartoon, he stated that I ran away.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be a part of I didn't want to be the next Avatar. So I ran away. But in the live action, he said like, oh, come on, Appa, let's go for a walk. And then he got trapped in the fire. In the storm. He got trapped in the storm. But that was the exact same time the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, he was already halfway away when the Fire Nation attacked in that.
Yeah. So go ahead. Go ahead.
So in that one, you can take. It's up to your discretion. You can take it two different ways. You can take it as he took himself for a little walk. He took to go clear his head real quick because he didn't want to take on that pressure being Avatar. Yeah. He wanted to really be a kid and play with the friends still. Because he was a kid.
Yeah.
Or you can say he was running from his responsibility.
Could have, because that was the big thing in the beginning season of the Avatar. The first few shows, he was like, I was running away. And this one, he was like, man, I was just taking it for a walk because I was so frustrated.
Yeah.
And so the Fire Nation attacked, right? They whooped, they're fucking them up.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, but I ain't get to my favorite part yet. Let me get to my favorite part real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
So they attack, they fighting, right? The Fire Nation taking up. This is my favorite part. He went against Ang Teacher. I keep forgetting his name.
But the main guy.
Yeah, but he was protecting the kids.
Yeah.
So the Fire Lord at that time, he said, if it was any other day, you would have won this.
He gave him his respect.
Yeah, but today, you mind.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I love that line. I was like, oh, okay. Because he would let him know, hey, I did this shit on purpose.
Yeah, it was a teaser.
Yeah.
He plotted it out real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for that, I guess because, okay, I don't know if you see it this way. When it comes to the airbenders, for me, right, they remind me of monks.
Yeah, they're all monks.
Buddhist monks. Yeah, they're Buddhist monks.
Yeah.
So if you go to watching a old kung fu flick or whatever, Buddhist monks, they got the abbot and all of that, the main guy, and everything. They kick ass.
Yes.
Them boys got them dots on their head and they bald head and they kick ass.
Yes.
I guess for the sake of time with the live action, I think they played it that way.
Yeah. But
I think like they should have had more of like fighting. Like the airbender should have been even just not the leader, the other ones, and
Yeah.
I think they should have had some more like fight to him.
Yeah.
I know they caught him off guard.
Yeah.
I know they caught him off guard. It was a sneak attack. I understand that. They was all there in their sleep, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was at night.
It was at night.
So I just figured like they should have been doing some more like,
Yeah.
Because the same way he gave respect, saying that if there was any other given day, you probably would have whooped me. You know what I mean? He gave him respect, like, man, I respect your talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I figured with that, they should at least let him look like, man, okay, they still some kick ass. Even though they lost,
yeah,
they still some kick ass. That's how I just figured like the fight scenes should have been a little bit more intense with them.
I feel you on that one. So okay, so we're gonna break it down like this. We're gonna pick 3 scenes without the live action.
Okay.
Straight from the live action. What's the 3 top scenes? And then I'm gonna say
from the whole thing.
From the whole thing. It don't have to be in no time or no order. Just like this, is my favorite scene. This is my second favorite scene.
Okay.
This is my third. And then we're gonna talk about scenes that we didn't like.
Okay.
Yeah. So to make it even.
All right. But the top one for me is I ain't gonna lie, is when the Avatar turned into the actual spirit. Like he went into the ball at the end in the Water Nation.
Yeah.
The North tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the yin and the yang, the fish, he killed them.
Yeah.
He turned into that big old spiritual beast.
Yeah.
I loved it because of the graphics behind it, and he was kicking ass. He was in.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That's one of my favorite scenes too.
Okay.
And you know why it's one of my favorite scenes? Because if you remember the movie, The Last Avatar Airbender, that god awful movie, that set live action back for 5 years after that. Yeah. Because nobody wanted to touch live action for a long time after that.
Yeah.
Right? If you look at that scene was straight garbage. I think they came back and was like, yo, we got to do this scene right. Yeah. We saw what happened in the movies. Ain't nobody liked that scene. So we had to step that up.
They had to go back into, you know what I'm saying, in the lab and fix that.
Yeah. And then I think there was more shoot to the anime scene with the live action other than I'm trying to make it my own.
Okay, yeah, they kept it with it. Yeah.
All right, so that's your one. I'm going to have to pick another one because that was one of my top favorites too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, your second one.
All right, dang, I don't know. The second one for me?
Yeah.
I actually liked it when Katara was fighting when the dude was telling her she can't be part of the battle. Women can't fight. They can only.
Oh yeah, the water master. The water master.
When she challenged him.
Yeah.
When she challenged him and she made that ice breaking with.
Yeah.
Throwing that shit at her. That shit was rough.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Want to hear a nice little interesting fact?
What's up?
I can't remember if this was from because I'm a big fan.
I
got graphic novels.
That's okay.
I got graphic novels. It continued after the series.
Okay. Yeah. You got to continue.
So here's a nice little twist fact. You remember that master right there? They really didn't say it in the live action. They said it in the anime.
Okay.
Right? He ended up remarrying Sokka and her grandma. You know, grand.
Oh, he old too. So okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because if you look at the anime, right? She was supposed to get married to him.
Yeah. Okay.
But decided to run away because of the tradition. Women have to do what X, Y, and Z. They really ain't get too deep into what she had to do. But she ain't like that. She took off, and he never understood why.
Okay.
And that's when Katara right had that necklace around. That's when he pieced the shit together.
Oh, he gave it to her.
He gave it to Grand.
Yeah, okay.
And then Grand gave it to the mother. Okay. The mother gave it to. Yeah. So when they were fighting, the necklace fell off. He was like, I know this necklace. They ain't doing it live action. I don't know why they cut it off. But
didn't he give her the necklace in the live action at the end?
I can't remember that shit.
He gave her a necklace.
Yeah.
At the end.
I think he gave her back the necklace.
He gave her back the necklace. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he gave her back the necklace at the end.
But I don't think they pieced together. It was like they were supposed to get married.
Yeah, okay.
It was just like I gave this to somebody I liked.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was like, yeah, that's grand. That's for my grandmother.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, okay. Then he was like, okay, well, you can fight then.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a nice look in the face. You got one more, sir.
One more.
Yeah.
How you finna do that? I got one more and put 3 up. I got one more, people. One more.
Okay.
When they went into like, dang, I got more than one. Okay, I'm going to pick 3, right?
Yeah, only 3.
All right, I got this a hard one now.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, you picked 2 of my favorite scenes.
That's why I don't know if this one might. I don't know. I like the.
Don't forget, I know a lot more scenes in anime and stuff like that, so I could pick different ones.
All right, so we're gonna have to pick different ones then.
Yeah. That's why I let you go first.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When they went to the spirit world and was fighting the bear, and they had to go cross over, and the fog was messing with their minds.
Yes.
It was messing with their fear and all that stuff on them. That whole scene, right? That whole part right there.
Yeah.
I love that. I like the way they did the centipede looking thing, the snake looking thing with the faces. I call it the centipede. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, the face killer.
The face killer.
He got a name, but I forgot his name. It's a hard name for me to
switching
pronounce.
it up.
Yeah.
I like the way they did the bear looking like a big old thing. Yeah, that was neat. I like the way they did that whole time frame right
I
there.
won't give you respect, and I like your opinion, so I don't want to try to crush it. But I hated that scene.
Ah, shit.
I hated. That's one of my hated scenes right there. But I will explain.
Explain, yeah, you had to.
I would have had one to explain later. Okay.
That shit was raw.
I mean, it was good. The graphic was good. The storyline was good, but they missed a lot of key details.
Mm-hmm.
They had to put in to make the storyline flow better in the future.
Okay.
So now I feel like they're gonna have to come back to it.
All right, I gotta revisit it, probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that's your 3 favorite scene. Respect. My first favorite scene is the opening scene when they attack, because I feel like they start that shit off right. Because in the anime, it was kind of like they knew about the war.
Mm-hmm.
They knew about the 100 War. They knew that the Unknown Man was wiped out. Mm-hmm. But we ain't never learned about the first attack or even seen the first attack. We saw the aftermath.
Yeah, it started off with that.
Yeah, it started off. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's when he found his teacher and was sad and went to the Avatar state for the first time, almost destroyed everything. Mm-hmm. Katara had to talk him back down. Mm-hmm. And then they revisited again. But it was just like a little, here's a little
piece, little
snippet. Here a little take. But they never really got back to it. I feel like the live action kind of picked it up. Like, y'all niggas want to know what happened? Y'all want to know what happened in the first battle? Here it is. And I ain't gonna lie, I was like this. I wanted it so bad. I wanted it. Delicious. It's delicious. I loved it.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree. Maybe that was probably the director's touch behind it. Like, okay, we didn't give this up, so we're gonna give it to you now.
Yeah,
save it for later. I agree with that. That's nice. That was a good scene, though.
Yeah, my second favorite scene when they went to Kuro Island, the one with the Avatar before. Okay, yeah, the female Avatar.
The female. Oh yeah. No, them females was kicking ass.
Yeah,
it was fighting.
Yo, that's my favorite and hated scene at the same time. One, because I loved how they portrayed the female warriors and how they still good and how they still humbled. Yeah. Sokka. You know, Sokka was like when we can't fight. Yeah. If you look in the anime and when they went on the scene, they got captured first, right? Mm-hmm. They got blindfolded. Mm-hmm. So Sokka didn't know who took them. Yeah. So he was like, "Who's the man warrior that took?" And then she was like, "We took you." Like, women can't fight, and then humbled them. Yeah. They kind of did the same thing, and I liked it. It was delicious. Mm-hmm. Why I hated that scene is because in the anime he jumped into a sea monster. Okay. You feel me? He was riding a sea monster, and he kind of showed that kidness in him. Mm-hmm. That I still want to play around. I still want to impress people. Mm-hmm. They ain't do so good with that with the live action. Okay. I didn't feel like he was too kidful.
Yeah, he had to play the role of a young adult. Remember? Yeah,
but in the anime, he was in the first season he was still kids for until they went to that big battle at the north.
Yeah.
The north water tribe. Yeah, that's when he kind of snapped like, oh, I need to do this. Mm-hmm. But before that point, he was like, I still want to play around. Mm-hmm. I still want to climb. You feel me? But that's my favorite best scene. Mm-hmm. I like how they put that together, and I especially like because in the anime, it was the man that was in charge. Yeah. The live action was a female. And I love that because when I saw the anime, yeah. Because when I saw the anime, I'm like, why a guy in charge of
all these females?
Yeah, female. Like, how did he go up in the ranking? It was all females. Mm-hmm. Like, I never understood that. It wasn't like, oh man, a woman can't lead or a man can't lead. It was like how he ranked up.
Yeah.
Was they just give it to him? Hey, yeah, when you a guy, you know something, you the leader. Mm-hmm. But when they fixed that, it was like a woman. I felt that like, okay, she went up.
She ran up in the ranking.
Yeah, she knows the battles.
Yeah.
So I love that part. That's why that's one of my favorite scenes right there. And like I ain't gonna lie to you, the last episode is my favorite. When they went to this the water tribe in the South Pole. Or in the South. Yeah. In the South, right? And that big battle, I think it was just fucking delicious.
What you mean?
The same one, you remember the first one you talked about?
That's the North.
Oh, that's the North one? They ain't the South?
Remember the South was already, they already destroyed the South.
No, they already destroyed the North.
They was going to the North. They was looking for the North. The North Water Tribe.
No, they started in the North Water Tribe and then went to the South Water Tribe.
I could have sworn they started at the South and went to the North.
Well, they went to either end. They went
to either end.
They started at one and went to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of my favorite scenes. Okay, I like how they sit that battle. I even like the fact that they even showed how deadly the battle is. Because in the anime, it kind of felt like they would play fighting. Mm-hmm. He's scared that everybody ran up. Mm-hmm. But in the live action, you're like, man, there's death. People died. Yeah, and I like how they weave that shit together.
Okay.
So the next one is the 3 scenes that we don't like. I'm gonna start this off.
Go ahead.
Because I did crush your last pick. So I want to explain myself, right? It was the spirit one.
Okay.
When they got captured, right? They got stuck in the spirit realm. Mm-hmm. They put way too much episode within that one episode. Because all that storyline right there in anime was 4 or 5 episodes. Mm-hmm. You feel me? The blue spirit was an episode by itself. That's when Zuzu. I like calling him Zuzu because it's funny. That's his sister little nickname for him.
Okay, yeah. Yes.
So Zuzu free Aang. Mm-hmm. That's one episode by itself. Mm-hmm. Him going back in time and learning about the previous Avatar and everything he could do. That's one episode by itself.
Okay.
You know? And another one, I feel like they really rushed it. It was that even with the bear, they didn't finish explaining who the bear was.
Yeah, they did.
And that. Yeah, and how you feel me? They went in the spirit realm. They got captured. He got trapped. Mm. You feel me? Oh, he gave back a little toy to the bear, and the bear released everybody else. Mm-hmm. But in the anime, the bear was mad because his whole ground got burnt up. Yeah. So Aang pointing out, listen, I understand everything got burned up, but they're all gonna grow back. Mm-hmm. And when you go back, you're gonna be good again. And I'm here now. He'll like, okay. You feel me? He ain't saying nothing, but he started like he calmed down. And then he let everybody go.
Yeah.
You know? And even the face stealing monster. Mm-hmm. That was an episode by itself. Mm-hmm. Because that tied in with the last waterbender.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like they put way too much into this one episode and the rest of everything. And messed up a whole lot of key details. And I talked about this in my last podcast with SW. One of my hated scenes right now is when he was in the spirit realm and he ran into his old teacher. His old teacher stayed in the spirit realm and then move on to the next one.
Yeah.
They stole that from the Legend of Korra.
Nigga throw some facts out there. Okay.
And that scene was for Uncle Iroh that everybody in the last Avatar Airbender loved that character. So I feel like the Legend of Korra would give respect to that character because he was more into making everything even, kind of like the Avatar. Mm-hmm. So I feel like they fucked that whole shit up right there.
Okay. So you feel like they should have left it out?
Yeah, I should have left that out. They should have figured out another way because in the anime, it was his it was the Avatar before him that started explaining everything to him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not his old teacher. And I feel like that missed a key point right there too.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna lie to you. If you really want to learn a lot about the Avatar, go watch the Avatar: The Last Airbender Nickelodeon.
Watch the Nickelodeon.
Watch that. 3 seasons is great. It'll give you more details.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my first hated scene. My second, one of the things that pissed me off about this, or back on Kyoto Island, right? Mm-hmm. In the anime, Sokka got bested by the female warrior. Then he went back and gave the female warrior respect, like, I am sorry. Yeah. I doubted you. I didn't feel like y'all was capable of being this good. Mm-hmm. Please forgive me and teach me your ways. They should have kept that scene in there.
I think he kind of did but not in the scene, but he kind of...
Nah, he didn't give respect. He should... Because, you know, they have chemistry.
Yeah.
And that goes into following into the storyline. They get together. I can give you a whole lot of facts about that shit, too.
Oh, shit. PG, dog. PG.
Nah, they're not sexual.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
But there's a couple of animes out there, you know, Pornhub,
Oh, Lord.
Anyways.
Let's bring it back, sir. Bring it back.
Sorry. But they had chemistry, and they saw that, oh, she likes him, he likes her. They kind of flirted a little bit and was like, oh, let me teach you my ways. And he was like, okay, I'll learn. But he never apologized for downing them in the first place or giving them respect of women are equal.
Okay.
So that's another one that pissed me the fuck off. I was mad at the motherfucker. I was like, how dare you give these women respect. I'm sorry.
I had to laugh at what I did. Give the women respect. Okay, no problem. No offense to women. It's just how you said it was funny to me.
So, and my last hated scene. Mm-hmm. This is the number one hated scene that I just didn't like.
So this is the top one out of your 3?
Top one.
All right.
Like, I'm going down this year. I will fight anybody. Boomy, how they depict him on the live action is this fucking respectful. I hated that shit all. I hated it.
Why?
Let me break it. I'm glad you asked why. I'm so glad. Because I was going to tell you any fucking way.
Damn.
In the anime, Aang did not know that was Boom until the end. Okay. So he thought it was just another Earth Kingdom, and then he gave him a couple of tests to think a different way, right? Because he was like, being an avatar, you have to think a different way from everybody else. Yeah. So he was trying to teach his friend, and then when he realized that was Boomer, they were like, okay, cool, you Boomer, yeah, hey, I miss you too. You know, I'm trying to teach you a different way, trying to teach you how to be the avatar. It got explained. Yeah. In the live action, he was just an old grumpy old fucking fart.
You let the kind of iffy to me.
Yeah, he was mad. They were like, I lived 100 years, and I had to make hard decisions. You feel me? How dare you left? Yeah. He wasn't funny. He wasn't having a good time, and he wasn't teaching Aang.
But he was trying to be funny when they asked him what kind of tea you want, and he brought the tea, and he spit tea out like, make this shit.
Yeah, it made it seem like he was more senile than anything else.
Yes, it was. Like he lived over 100 years.
Yeah, but the thing is, he ain't teach him nothing. It was just like, shit had been hard for 100 years, made him feel bad. I was like, and then he realized he was booming off the bat. Yeah. It was nothing that he had to figure out. Yeah. He was like, Boomy? He was like, yes, Aang, how you doing? Yeah. You feel me? I hated that shit. I hated that whole right there. They should have redone it. I ain't gonna lie, the casting was good. The guy who played him was believable. You feel me? He kind of looked like Boom in the anime. Okay. So I give him that. Yeah. Right? But how they execute it and make him feel more of an angry man, because later on within the anime they show how genius he actually fucking is. And how powerful he actually fucking is. So I don't know if they're gonna do this with the live action. We gotta see. Okay. Yeah. So I feel like you had a question after that.
No, yeah. So you think they downplayed him
so much?
Okay.
So fucking much.
Okay.
You feel me? Because in the anime, he had to do 3 tests. He did them 3 tests, and the last one was like, okay, you could pick anybody within this room to fight. And Avatar was trying to think outside. Oh, I'll fight you because you're old. He was like, oh, Ron, this isn't. And then he showed how big and buff he was, and how actually he was like a real good fighter. In the live action, he was just fucking angry.
Yeah, he was an angry old man.
Yeah, he was just angry. Just angry, so he was like, we're gonna throw hands.
Yeah.
Or a rock stick.
Yeah, rock bender. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I hated that scene so much. They could have made him a little bit more, fun loving, joking around, and kept his identity hidden just a little bit longer.
Okay, not reveal it so quick.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So those are my hated scenes.
Well, for me, hated scenes. I got some scenes that I think was corny. Okay. Just as corny, you know what I mean?
That counts.
But I don't got too much hated scenes. I have a thing with, I don't like how they did certain characters.
Okay.
That's what I have.
Okay.
As far as the scenes, some was just like, okay. Some was, this is raw. I just didn't like how they portray some characters.
Oh, that's it. Okay, so let's go into that. Name characters.
First one, Zuko. Okay, that was the first one I did. I understand for everybody, they was teenager kids, whatever. But I think they made him look a little soft in the live action. He looked a little like
he looked like he been
like he been through. He didn't look like a prince that was kicked away and had to go find the Avatar and was, man, you know what I mean? He looked like a little soft person that he just was mad because his daddy told him to get the hell up out of here. You know what I mean? He looked like he was giving a pussy fit. Okay. That's what it looked like. The scar that they put on his face, raw. I liked it. They did that pretty neat. But it's just his aura and the way he was like, you look like you low key kind of pussy. I'm sorry, like you low key. You don't look like if he was even to make you king, and you know what I'm saying, like, nah, you wouldn't run the fire this. You look like you gonna fold. He just and the uncle. Oh,
I didn't like the uncle either.
I didn't like the uncle.
And he wasn't as loving as the anime one was.
Well, but
I like, you know how in anime he just had that aura of I love you like a son, and this one kind of built up.
It built up. Okay.
Yeah, like he hit it a lot better.
Gotcha. Okay.
It wasn't as wise and as funny.
Yeah, I just don't.
Yeah.
The way they played him.
Yeah.
As far as like this, okay, like I said, this is my opinion, and I'm going back to like Kung Fu days.
Okay.
Like Shaolin Angel, Shaolin Devil, and all that shit, Kung Fu days, where I think the uncle, because even in the anime, the uncle, what was the name that they gave him?
Uncle Arrow?
No, he was
the fire dragon of the West.
Yeah, the fire dragon of the West. For a name to be the fire dragon of the West, you don't think he should have looked like some raw looking
guy?
Yeah, like some old. I know he was chunky and he was a big dude, right?
Yeah.
But for instance, what game is that? There's a big. I think it's Tekken. It's not Mortal Kombat. I don't know if it was Tekken, the video game, or whatever. Where they have like like he should have like a hair Hachi.
Okay.
From Tekken, like with the hair, the gray hair, he should have looked like a raw. Like, man, I got that name for a reason, bro. Yeah. I can kick ass. Yeah. This one, he looked more like a older fat guy, dog, with gray hair.
But that's the thing. The little issue within the anime is more correct because in the anime he looked like a more older, fatter guy. Looked like he was just there.
Yeah, but see,
like But the thing is, like I liked that because when he had to be a Mr. Badass,
he was a badass.
No, he shot every fucking body. Cause nobody saw that shit coming. Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh well, you washed up. You ain't the same dragon of the West that everybody think you is." Until he had to be like, "Put my foot down. Let me show you who is." And then everybody be like, "Ooh, okay,
okay,
yeah." So
but I think he could have, like I said, just the way they did his character and the way he looked, like how can I say that?
Actually, I think he ain't look old enough.
What?
I feel like he still look a little bit too young. No, like he ain't supposed to be that wise.
Why you ain't supposed to be that wide?
No, he ain't look like he ain't supposed to be that wide.
Oh, okay, got you.
Because in the anime, he kind of looked like he could be a wise old man. That's why Zuko keep him next to him, because it look like he got the answers.
Yeah, he's actually...
Yeah.
He actually running the show.
Yeah.
From behind the scenes, you know what I mean? He actually doing it like that. And then the other one I had, like I say, Katara to me, and the brother.
Yeah.
To me, in the anime, they looked at more like a Indian type nation people. You know what I'm saying? They were more of a darker skin complexion. I don't not to be black, white, or anything like that. It's just they looked at more of a darker skin complexion.
Yeah.
This one, they looked them like, okay, the brother looked like somebody that was going to Beverly Hills 90210.
True, I'll give you that.
You know what I'm saying? That boy had the hair, the gel going on with the hair, and he looked like okay. The sister, I figured she looked at too kiddish. Like, I know in the show they were kids.
Yeah.
They were young. But she had she still had a young sexiness about it. I don't want to sound retarded. You know what I'm saying? Crazy with the shit. Please understand what I'm trying to say. Like, this one looked at more like, okay, you just look like I don't want to say crybaby. You look like you could be like a little princess that just like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't come off like if she was growing into a water master. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where, boom. Like, they did the hair correct and everything like that, but I think she should have had a little more of a physique to her, like a skin and tone to it, you know? Yeah. That's all I figured, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, I feel you. I feel you.
Those are my little things.
Those are your characters. Well, I kind of liked all the characters, how they looked, how they portrayed. Only person I really didn't like was Uncle Iroh, because I felt like he wasn't
part of the.
No, I feel like he didn't portray somebody like Uncle Iroh supposed to be. Okay. You feel me? Like didn't fall in love with this motherfucker. Yeah. You feel me? In anime, you kind of fell in love with him off the rip. Okay. They were kind of like, oh, I mean, he's right. He loved Zuko. Zuzu. Okay. You know? And how they introduced the Fire Lord and Zuko's sister too early. Oh. They did it too early.
My bad. Her too.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't like how they played her either.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. She looked. I think because she's supposed to be younger than Zuzu. Yeah. So she looked a lot younger, but in the anime, she looked older than Zuzu.
She looked older. And she looked like she was what?
Yeah. So that's the thing. They introduced that character way too early because in the anime, the identity of the Fire Lord was kind of like he like the thing is what I liked about it. He was kind of like in the shadows.
He never seen it. He was like a mystery person. Like he
was like, I'm going to explain everything what happened. Even when they showed the first time, like, you know how he got his scar? Yeah. They still didn't show his fucking face. Yeah. They didn't show his face. They showed his, like...
the back part of the
neck. They're like the neck down. Yeah. You know, so they were kind of like, who is this guy? Who do he look like? You know? So I feel like they released that character way too fucking fast. I like the actor who plays him because he's a great actor. Okay. I don't know his real name, but he played in a couple of other TV shows that I love. Okay. Like the new Hawaii 5-0, because there was one in the I think the 80s or like early 80s, late 90s. Okay. And then they did one like around 2000. Okay. It's the one in 2000. He's part of that cast. Yeah, he was awesome. So I think they introduced him way too fast. They didn't give him enough build up for the Fire Lord or the sister. It was kind of like they're here too. Let's make them do some shit. You know? So those are only two characters I really didn't feel. Okay. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I liked all the fight scenes. I love the fight scenes. The way they were doing the firebending was the wrong one. I ain't gonna lie. Firebending, the way they was and Zuko was doing that flash kick thing with the fight. That thing was raw when he did all of that. I liked those. I actually liked the bounty hunter. Did that introduce her way too early? I think so. Yeah. I think a little No. Once again, it was in that whole. They put everything in that. They just did it quick. She was another one that was a whole episode by herself. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that was in that episode. They put everything in there way too quick.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why I didn't really feel her either.
Okay, but I look at that as far as I don't know what their budget was for it. Or what,
the thing about Netflix that's pissing me off right now, they ain't giving enough episodes. They're only doing like 9 episodes. They could do 12.
They trying 14. To make you come back.
You think we ain't coming back?
They gonna come back, but they trying to really keep you out there hanging like extra.
They still could do that shit with 12 episodes.
Nah, you just being greedy.
No, because they put it because they did the same thing with One Punch.
One Piece.
Uh-huh. They put too much information in like 1 or 2, episodes.
Gotcha.
But I kind of understood that because One Piece is a long ass arc. They got so many episodes. How you gonna fit that in 12, 24 episodes?
They got way too much.
Yeah, but they only did it in the fucking 9.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm like, that's a little too less.
Okay.
So that's the thing about that. So I did. Okay. That's the only thing I really didn't like about the anime.
I got a question for you.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the question and answer portion.
But this is
let me get into it. Right? Okay. We get into the question and answer program, right? Ask how many and all the questions that you want to know about the live action, the animated series, and information you feel like you don't know but you want to know. Because I did a whole lot of research. I didn't do a whole lot of research. I'm a big old fan and I watched it a lot. So if I don't know the answer, I'm gonna be like, well, I don't know, nigga.
Okay.
If I do know the answer, I'll give you the answer. How many questions that you want? 1, 10, I don't care. Go ahead. I like talking about it.
All right. I got 3 questions for you.
Okay, go ahead.
I got 3 questions for you. And I got a side question, not about the Avatar, but it is about something if you would like them to fix this one live action. Not a live action, but this movie that they made. Because I think they should do a better part on that. But let's go. Okay. So the first 3 questions is...
Okay.
The Avatar from the Water Nation.
I forgot his name.
I forgot his name. The spirit guy. The one that he had to go back and see the Avatar. Him.
Yeah. The last water airbender.
Yeah.
No, last water Avatar.
The Water Nation.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
I was kind of confused at his story because I've always thought.
Now he had an interesting story. I can give you that. He had an interesting story. Okay. His story. He's the Avatar before. No, what is it? It's fire, wind, earth, water. So the water is the last one. Then they start the cycle again. So he was the last one before the cycle started again.
Okay.
So he was the Avatar before the fire Avatar.
Okay.
So he's like 2 Avatar back. If my calculation is correct, it could be wrong.
Okay.
Right. But his story is very interesting, right? So he was born in the water tribe, right? And everybody gave him that little laid back misdemeanor. Okay. Like he really don't care. You feel me? He had a couple of Avatar friends. Well, like if you look at Avatar, they always had the Avatar team. They always had like an earthbender, a firebender, a windbender. Yeah. Gotcha. So they had their own little fucking team. You can see that shit with Avatar, with Aang. Aang had his own team. Legend of Korra, she had her own team. Even like the Avatar before him, he had his own team, but wasn't mentioned yet. So I'm assuming he had his own team. Okay. So everybody had that team. So he had his team. I forgot his team, but he had the earth, water. Well, he was the water. He had the earth, fire, wind. Yeah. Right. So they went in. He started in the early age. They went about trying to figure some things out. But his story is so interesting because he was more fighting evil spirits. Okay. So because of that, he didn't concentrate on the mortal realm. So everybody thought he was just like, well, he's a laid back kind of guy. Well, that's how they introduced it into the Avatar, The Last Airbender. And he was like, yeah, I was laid back and I realized, yeah, if I let people do what they do, they're going to figure stuff out for themselves. Yeah. So I don't really need to interject. Yeah. Right? But then later on, I guess everybody was like, we want more. He couldn't be lazy. So they revamped his storyline and was like, yeah, he wasn't on a mortal plane, but he was in the spirit realm, hunting evil spirit people. Yeah. And then after he beat his big bad evil spirit, the face dealer who was in the Avatar live action.
Yeah.
He stole his wife face.
Gotcha. Okay.
And what made the story more interesting, like I said, he had his team. He had an earthbender, a firebender, and a windbender.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He fell in love with the female firebender. But stuff didn't really connect because he was more of a playboy.
So is that after the face got stolen? His wife before the okay, guys.
So he was more of a player because he was an avatar. He was famous. He was more of a player. Yeah, like I'm gonna mess around a little bit, but I love her. And then he talked to
Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he talked to his best friend that was the airbender. He was like, "Bro, leave that shit alone."
Mm-hmm.
So he went back to the the water tribe and was like, "I'm done with all this shit." And then he met his female. What they call her. That the love of his life.
Okay.
And then that with the face demon came back and stole her face. So yeah, he was a very
So he didn't have any kids in it like that from the fire.
No, it wasn't mentioned.
Wasn't mentioned. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think so. Okay. Because his wife was stolen so early within their relationship, I didn't think they even had the time to consummate the marriage.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So and another interesting story that was said in the live action and a little bit more research I did off of YouTube. The first time he went into the Avatar state, he destroyed a very sacred place. That when the last Airbender Avatar, not Aang, the one before Aang, the Airbender one, right? With the first, where she lived. So he destroyed that part.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that was a nice little interesting fact.
All right, I got because I was gonna say this is like the third time you fit that coffee cup. Ain't no more coffee in there, my brother.
All right, we'll get more. But go ahead.
Let me see.
So that was the first question. You said you had 3.
Yeah. So my second question would be with Katara, right?
Uh-huh. That's the Avatar after Aang.
Yeah, but that's the same Katara that's in.
Oh, Katara. I'm thinking about somebody else. That's the girlfriend. Go ahead.
So I'm saying that's the same when it came to. Remember, they came up with another Avatar.
Yeah,
but it was
Katara.
Yeah,
Katara.
They're not the same.
No.
So whatever happened to Katara?
She was there. Don't forget in the beginning of the Legend of Korra, her name's Korra.
Korra, okay.
She was there because Aang passed away, right? That's how the cycle went on to the next one.
Yeah.
But the mama was still she was still, but she was an old girl.
She was an older lady. Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah,
that was me. Okay.
Yeah, because the ones that still survived was Kiara, Izuku, and Toph.
Toph, yeah.
Those 3 were still in the live, not the live action, the Legend of Korra.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I wanted to say something about when you said it started. The Water Nation was the last one, right? When it came to Avatar to start the cycle back there, right? Let me ask you a question. Do you think they chose water as the last thing?
No. So this is the story, right, of the first ever Avatar that is in the Legend of Korra season 2 or 3.
Okay.
Right?
My dog get big facts. That boy get seasons and everything, episodes, everything. Go ahead.
I think it's season 2. So they talk about the first ever Avatar.
Okay.
So the story behind the Avatar is that at this point, the spirit realm and the Earth realm, the mortal realm, was at the same point. That was intertwined.
Gotcha. Okay.
But all the humans lived on the back of lion turtles.
Okay.
So every time they went out to the planet, right? Let's call it the planet for lack of a better word. The turtle gave them that bending abilities. So you got the fire bending turtle, the air bending turtle,
okay,
the air bending turtle, the earth turtle, and the water turtle. So what happened is the first person was from the Fire Nation. Okay. So he got kicked out. It's a long story. I really don't want to give it away because it's a great one. So go watch it. Okay. But he got kicked out. He became the Avatar. So the first element was fire.
Fire. Okay.
And then he ran into the air nomads. Okay. So that was the second one, and they kind of went real quick and not really explain how he got the last two. But then it was the earth and water. So at the end, because I talked about this in my last podcast with SW, go watch it, right? At the end, he was like, "Oh, I apologize. I didn't make the world balance anymore." And then the spirit of the Avatar was like, "Hey, I'm with you with this lifetime and all the other lifetimes."
Okay.
So they started off the cycle, and the way he learned it is how the cycle continues.
All right.
So when it's a fire nation person, it's fire, wind, land, and water. Then when it's the earth, air nomad, then it's the wind, earth. No, it's wind, water.
Okay.
Earth, and then fire.
So whenever you have a different, like, whatever leads it goes in a certain order.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how.
Oh, that's where I was confused at, because I took it as when it was water at the end.
Matter of fact, I was wrong. So it was because the cycle is fire, wind, water, earth.
Okay.
So the earth is the last one. So the last water airbender, the last water avatar
got you.
wasn't the beginning of the cycle. But the ending of the cycle was the earth.
Okay.
And then it went back to the fire.
So every cycle is a different one starting.
Yeah.
It's in rotation in the sense. Everybody has its turn. Okay.
And every two men is one woman.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So in between every two is a woman and two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I did say I was gonna hit you with a surprise question.
Okay.
That it had nothing to do with the Avatar, but it's a surprise question here.
Okay.
All right. So there's one anime movie that the anime was always one of the top animes that came on Toonami, Cartoon Network, whatever.
I hope you ain't talking about Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yes, I am.
I don't like to talk about that. I blanked that out from my mind.
That's exactly what I was going to.
I hated that show.
Thank you.
Nobody, no anime fan, nobody watched Dragon Balls. It was like, oh my god, Dragon Evolution.
That shit was corny.
No, the thing is, it was all around a bad movie.
Yeah.
The writing style was awful. The graphic was fucking awful. The storyline was fucking awful.
They did Piccolo.
And the thing is, what makes this movie so bad, the creator. Yeah. Only credit I give to that movie is we got Super because of that shit.
Okay.
Because the creator, because the creator came out publicly and said, "Listen, nigga, I had nothing to do with that accident. I'm sorry."
Yeah.
And then was like, "No, I can't even leave this shit like that. I gotta come up with something else.
I gotta change my name. I gotta be great again."
And then he came out with Dragon Ball Super.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, do you think they should revisit that?
No, they fucked that shit up too much.
No, I mean, like, do they have a chance of redeeming themselves if they made another one that stood up to your standards in the sense that
I ain't gonna lie,
gonna be like, you just fucked it up?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I was the guy that have to back the money up because you gotta put money up, I want to bet my horse on that shit.
You would?
Because how bad that shit was.
Okay.
Like, you got, honestly, for me, if I was the money man, right? Mm-hmm. You really have to break down every step, every character, the storyline, the graphic. You gotta break down every little thing to be like, okay, let's roll the dice on this and see what happens.
Yeah, you gotta come
because it left a bad taste to all the anime fans,
sure.
And no anime fans really want to touch that shit. Why do you think after the last Airbender, because Dragon Ball Evolution was before the last Airbender?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Last Airbender movie was the last straw. Ain't nobody want to touch that shit.
Touching them, yeah.
Everybody was like, "Nah, we're gonna let that shit be." They had to wait 4 or 5 years until technology caught up.
Yeah.
And was like, okay, maybe we could do something. Then they trying to tip their toes in it. Even Netflix, they had to go with the big hitter, One Piece. Cause One Piece is a big fan base anime. So they were like, even if this shit flops, we might make our money back because people is going to at least watch it. At least to see how it is.
Got a question.
Yeah.
Good. When it comes to One Piece, just to throw this out there, just to keep this conversation going a little bit. When it goes to this One Piece, I understand everybody out of the world. I don't understand why. Everybody's so in love with One Piece. And to me personally, I can't stand One Piece.
So
I'm just saying.
So this is the end. Don't shoot. We'll be quiet. You will get us killed. You won't get us killed. We don't want this life. One Piece fandom. I have nothing to do with this. I ain't had nothing to do with this. It's serious. All on him.
I'm just saying. I don't.
There's a big fan base for Kill.
It's a lot going on in One Piece.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was on the same type of level you was. I was like, man, fuck One Piece. It's too fucking long. The stories are too much. Like over 1,000 episodes, nigga. I ain't trying to catch up until I caught up with that shit.
See, I guess I'm not caught up all the way, or caught up where it's gonna get to the season of the episodes where it's like, okay, damn, this shit raw.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna give you a little tip, right? If you want to know the history of One Piece, then yeah, watch 1 through 1,000.
You made it sound so easy. 1 through 1,000.
Just go ahead and watch. You gotta be into the storyline. Mm-hmm. But are you more into action?
That's the part. Yeah.
Start off with when his brother got arrested.
Okay.
Is Empire Down.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the arc called, and it picks up from there.
Okay.
Because after you know what happened to this brother. Another spoiler warning: if you have not watched the One Piece and want to know what happened to his brother, but you don't want him to give away, cut it off now. Wait for them to do about 2-3 minutes, hopefully. But you know what happened to the brother?
No, I don't. So don't spoil it for me, now.
So after whatever happened to the brother, I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
Whatever happened to the brother, then it went to the 2-year skip, and after the 2-year skip, it kind of picks back up.
2-year skip? Oh, they stopped for 2 years.
Yeah, they skipped the whole 2 years.
Gotcha.
Everybody went to training.
Okay.
Everybody went to their own different. I can't tell you what happened because it's in the storyline.
Yeah.
Everybody went to their own little training montage.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like picks back up, and then the fight scene's a lot better. The storyline kind of picks up a little bit. You fall in love with the character a little bit more.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
and
my
then
thing with that.
Then they cut that 1,000 episode to 500.
Okay, gotcha.
You feel that shit goes right in the half.
Okay, yeah, because that was always.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie.
No wrong disrespect to no One Piece fans.
No, they're gonna
that
take
was
it
my only little. That was my only little thing. You know what I mean?
Don't fans go crazy as fuck. Love you guys though. But nah, for real talk, like if you really don't want to follow the storyline, because even within before the script, they got great story arcs.
Mm-hmm.
They got a couple of like they always want to go back and shit like that, so it get redundant after a while.
Okay.
Kind of get like, man, come on, let's
pick it up or something.
Let's pick it up. But if you really want to follow the storyline and know what happened from the beginning all the way to the end, you got to do 1,000. Okay. But if you just into the fighting scenes and stuff like that, start off with Island of Women.
Okay.
You want to start then Empire Down.
Okay.
Then it's the Marine Forest, and then it's the Egghead.
Okay.
And those right there are real good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that's the only thing that Netflix have, and then
you have to go somewhere else to find.
That gets harder, and I haven't mastered that part yet.
Okay. Hey, yeah, I got all of that because I had to pick my nose. Please don't leave that shit on there, bro.
So let me state it then, because I wasn't watching. What was the? Anyways,
it's when you said you're gonna pick it up with your phone and you're gonna look it up. That's when you said you was gonna cut it off.
I'm trying to cut it off. Hopefully, I can say some things.
Yeah.
So, any more questions you have though about the Avatar: The Last Airbender? Any facts you want to know before we wrap it up? Because it's about time for us to wrap it up.
Nah, I think you answered most of my questions. I don't think I really got too much more to ask. Right. But are you willing to wait for that new season to come out?
Yes, because the thing is, season 2 is so fucking fire.
Yeah.
They introduced Toph. Toph is the blind one.
The blind. I know that's the wrong girl. That's that little shit.
Yeah.
She kick ass. See, damn, you see, you open up a whole nother.
Yeah.
They got to do her wrong.
They got to.
Please don't mess her up.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they're gonna be the hardest character to do. Because you gotta find yourself a very young female. that could be that fucking cocky.
Yeah.
Cause she's really fucking cocky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they introduce Toph. They lose Appa.
Appa, yeah.
And that scene right there when he snaps, fucking awesome. The Earth Nation fell.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So they gotta do that shit, right?
Okay.
And that's around the end.
Mm-hmm.
So that end season 3, that shit's a dumpster fire of awesome.
Because it's straight Fire Nation.
Yep. Yeah,
so.
No, I think season
it's Fire Nation.
Yeah, season 3 this Fire Nation. That's when they started hiding in the Fire Nation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then they have the Eclipse episode where everybody lose their bending.
They gotta come raw with it.
And then there's when Uncle Howard really steps up and you realize how powerful he fucking actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then they got the ultimate fight scene at the end when he actually went against the Fire Lord.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, to me, Netflix gotta make that one episode a whole fucking movie.
I can agree. Hey, when that comment hit,
when that comment come back,
and that man he let the meme turn like Super Saiyan 10 or some shit. He on some other level.
Yeah,
he got to come out that shirt with the he got to do some moves now. He got to be.
I ain't gonna lie, that right there, Netflix really gotta think about. You know what? Hey, we gotta make this a movie. Period.
They got to sit down and go in the lab. With
that ain't gonna lie because the thing is they got the if you look at the anime, that's a 2-parter.
Yeah, it is.
It's a 2-parter.
Yeah,
and how they put everything together, and how it's just that's a lot of information. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I think that right there, everything else is good, but I think that'll make them or break them if they mess that up.
I ain't gonna lie, if they flop that shit, is a loss.
That's what I'm saying. That's it.
Like I remember right when Dwayne Wayne went to Chicago Bulls and he left us.
You all right, sir? He no longer with the.
It just
no more championships.
It hurts.
It's over with.
It hurts. It hurts.
But they're getting in the fights. It's over with.
Well, let me finish, right? So when D-Will went to the Bulls for the first time, he signed with the Bulls, right? I said, yo, I don't care if they lose everything, but they can't lose against the Bulls. If the only 2 teams they beat is the fucking Bulls, we had a good season. Because when Dwayne Wayne left, we ain't had a fucking squad no more at that point.
At all.
Yeah. That's how I feel like if they don't win the last 2 episodes, they lost the whole thing.
They just lost the whole thing.
They lost the whole thing. Ain't no like, oh wait, the first 2 seasons was awesome. Like, nah, fuck you. Yeah. They dropped the ball in the 4th quarter. It's kind of like with the guy, you know how the Dolphins had that perfect season. Yeah. They won all the regular season game and then won the Super Bowl. Yeah. And then it was not Eli Manning. It was his older brother, Peyton Manning. Had a perfect season. Went majority of the playoffs and lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, if you do you count that shit?
You ain't finished it. You ain't hit the closer.
You ain't closed it.
You ain't closed it.
You know there's gonna be some fans. Yeah, it count because he won all the regular season game and there was one extra game they won. So no, bro. Yeah, he lost the Super Bowl. Yeah. So that's how I feel about that.
With the closing.
If you don't close that shit out strong, it's like, man, you wasted 3 of my years.
I just wanted to throw this in there. This is just like so.
I ain't gonna like this the last one because we gotta wrap it up after that.
That's fine. This has nothing to do with anime or anything. Because you just talking about Wade going to the Bulls, and I think the Knicks is on the comeback. Bro. I think the Knicks is coming on the comeback.
So this is Turn Talk with your whole TOR Turn, aka Lil Yum Yum, my good friend Kobe.
Yes, sir.
Who was sleeping in the beginning because, you know.
Thank you for reminding me. I'm going back to sleep.
He had extracurricular activity last night. I'm just saying. This is boy Lil Yum Yum, season 3, episode 5. We talked about the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Have a great day. Say goodbye.